159 laps are complete here at Bristol. Take a look at how the guys in the Koch family of drivers are doing. Greg Biffle's up there. Kurt Busch is up there. Kevin Harvick's had a good car. Elliott Sadler trying to post a solid finish. Tony Stewart 15th in a backup car. All the way back to Kyle Petty inside the top 20.
And Biffle goes by Jeff Gordon, takes over that second spot. So we have the Rouseketeers running 1-2.
That would be a Koch family of drivers driver, Greg Biffle right there.
You just mentioned that, didn't you?
Yes.
Biffle's car is pretty good. He came up on Gordon fast, and it didn't take long for him to get around him.
All right, we'll try this. 164 laps complete. Let's try and get you through the field.
Wow, that was cool and close.
And we'll start with Alan.
Well, Bill, if you need to make up 104 points to the 10th place driver in the chase in just 3 races, what's the best way to do it? Win and lead the most laps, and Matt Kenseth is doing a good job of that right now. He's out in front. Greg Biffle just took second place from Jeff Gordon, as you saw. His last radio transmission after their last pit stop, much better. Marty.
Alan, can you believe Jeff Gordon's last top 5 came in May at Darlington with this exact race car? Gordon now third, got passed by Biffle. He said the car is the tightest it's been all night long. That's why Biffle got by. Alan?
Ricky Rudd told me yesterday that his team has had very good race cars lately, just bad luck. So far, so good tonight. Started 5th. He's running 4th. Ryan Newman is talking to his team about adjustments on their next pit stop. Ryan's talking about a tight condition, needing help with the car turning in the center of the corner.
Dave Blaney has been very repetitive. Tight, need to turn better. Tight, need to turn better. Tight, need to turn better. The car still tight. Kurt Busch's car is the same way, but some of that is from damage he got from hitting Jamie McMurray on pit road. Little damage in the front. They didn't change anything on it, but it's gotten tighter. As for Rusty Wallace, his car wants to push off the corner as well. They made an air pressure adjustment to try to help the 9-time winner here at Bristol. Matt?
Kevin Harvick trying to sweep Bristol 2005, trying to make up some ground at the points. The car just a little bit on the tight side, fastest car on the racetrack. Mark Martin inside the top 10. His crew chief Pat Tryson warned him, be careful of your brakes. They looked awfully red on the last run, and that's your top 10, Alan.
Thanks, Matt. And that Matt Kenseth is very fast. Now a 1-second lead. He has knocked Dale Earnhardt Jr. off the lead lap again.
Wow, that's Schrader right in front of him. Schrader was running good earlier in this race.
And it's not that Schrader's car isn't that good, but that 17 of Matt is really good. Let's continue our trip through the field. AB?
We've got to spin down here in 1 and 2.
Watch a spin first.
Down in turn between 1 and 2, the caution flag is out.
How many times can you win the lucky dog?
He had just come off of pit road.
He must have spun trying to get back on the racetrack.
We'll have to wait for the scoring because Schrader was about to be put a lap down, but it is once again that man, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the lucky dog. Is that 3?
Say, send him a whole package.
He is the Ballpark Franks Lucky Dog Award winner. And I believe that's his 3rd one. So he gets to come around and be back on the lead lap. But that hasn't worked out too well for him so far. It's been a rough night for Junior. Fighting to get on the lead lap. Got pinched, and the leaders are going to come to pit road. 173 laps complete. Matt Kenseth coming down, BP.
And they're going to do it until about 350. Yeah. And then nobody will hit pit road.
Start with Marty.
This is a good benefit for Jeff Gordon. His car was not handling as well as he would have liked. Loose in and off the corners, so they're going to go down on the track bar to try and fix that. It is tight in the middle. He said when he lands in the middle of the corner, car extremely tight. They take a round of wedge out for that. 4 tires, and the 2014 goes to work, but on the left side tires, they have had great stops all night long, and another good one for this bunch. Dave?
Kurt Busch wants that 97 car to turn better. They will put a wrench through the rear window and change the track bar on that car just a little bit. 4 tires for Busch.
Matt Kenseth, the race leader, going to take out about half of the wedge adjustment they put in on the last pit stop. Just try to fine-tune this car's handling. Not that it's really all that bad now, but you never stop working on it all race long.
Boy, a lot of traffic on pit road and several close calls. We'll sort it out for you when we come back. You're watching NASCAR Live on TNT. We've gone back to green flag racing here at Bristol. Matt Kenseth is the leader. Kevin Harvick did not pit. He was running 9th. He stayed out, got 5 bonus points for leading. When we went green, he went the wrong way, Matt.
Bill, the big key here, Bristol, track position. Harvick had one of, if not the fastest race car on that last run. Now he has that cleaner air, has that track position, currently running in 3rd. They can go to about lap 225 to 250. They're just going to stay out and ride.
That's Harvick in the 29. The 2 of Rusty Wallace and the 97 of Kurt Busch. Kurt is currently 21st. Rusty all the way back in 23rd. Too fast entering pit road. Elliott Sadler in the 38 car right in front of Harvick. 2 tires on his stop. He's running 4th.
And Kyle Busch has spun on the backstretch going in turn 3. Caution flag is out.
And he rehearsed that earlier.
Yeah, he did.
See some sparks on the left side. While we're in commercial, go down the corner.
Oh, he got turned.
The 10 car gets in the back of him, but that did not bring out the caution. But that's not what brought the caution flag. He didn't spin that. He saved it.
He may get turned again.
The 8 car might have
Usually when you turn into the wall to the right.
On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, no, he didn't get turned. Turned himself.
Wow.
Clear, caution's out.
Wild things happening at Bristol. Dale Jarrett is the lucky dog. Kenseth leads.
The Sharpie 500 from Bristol Motor Speedway on TNT is brought to you by Sharpie, right out loud. By Nextel, helping groups get things done. NASCAR and Nextel, partners in speed. By Chevy, the winningest name in racing, and American Revolution. And by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. Eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's.
Still under caution here at Bristol. Dale Jarrett is the lucky
dog.
Thank you. Time for our singular wireless question. Our $1,031 challenge question. Which track is toughest on drivers and race teams? The Coke 600 at Lowe's, here at Bristol, Martinsville, or the plate races at Daytona and Talladega? To vote, text the word race to 191 on your singular wireless phone or go to NASCAR.com. You'll also be entered for a chance to win $1,031. Matt on Kevin Harvick.
The team learned a huge lesson, now back in 22nd. Harvick said, we have got to stay on the same cycle with the leaders. We killed our car. Now he's got a lot of cars in front of him to get back up to the front, Bill.
Will restart 22nd behind Rusty Wallace in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. The 5 of Kyle Busch to the garage with a radiator problem. That came from hitting the wall. Green flag. Kenseth leads, Biffle second. Bobby Labonte just cannot get himself back on the lead lap.
In case you came, the 9 car coming back on the racetrack.
Jeff Gordon inside of Joe Nemechek. Gordon in the 4th position behind Elliott Sadler. Nemechek is not on the lead lap. He's 1 down.
There's a lot of cars right now that are laps down or more that are in between Jeff Gordon and Ricky Rudd.
25 cars on the lead lap. We watch the leaders and go to Dave.
With Kyle Busch now. Kyle, I know your car was not handling well. How'd the radiator get broken?
Well, the car was handling just fine. I got drilled in the back from the 10 car and pretty much had the save of the year, almost won through 1 and 2. And for some reason, the right rear tire went flat. I don't know what happened. I spun out going down the back straightaway, nosed it in the fence. That's what broke it. But it's been the worst night of the year as far as pit selection goes. Every time we came in, we had at least a 30-second stop because we had to push the car back because we picked a stall in front of a car that qualified in front of us, and then a guy behind us picked in front of us. So every time I had to nose it in, and then we had to push it back so I could get out. Just sad, stupid.
Bristol can be frustrating, guys.
And pit road is a very narrow place. It's very difficult. He's behind the 99 car of Carl Edwards. He's in front of Dave Blaney. And 2 cars that are pitted every time he does.
Yeah, and the pit stalls are short, too, so there's not a whole lot of room to get in. So guys don't ever get in their pit stall perfect. You kind of get it in there how you can. A lot of times that's going to block the next guy.
And then he goes through all that, gets out on the track, gets drilled from behind, makes the save, and then ends up putting it in the wall anyway.
And going through the apron when he made the save, he probably ran over debris that cut the right rear tire down.
Because it was down on the apron, yep. Tony Stewart, championship leader in that 20 car.
In other words, when it goes bad, it just keeps going.
And you just keep getting more frustrated and more angry.
Brian Vickers right there in the 25 car behind Tony Stewart. Running pretty good.
Stewart is 11th, Vickers 12th.
Sorry, they got this 20 car any better?
Well, they've been talking about that a lot, BP. Tony's talking about the track conditions changing. Remember that there was rain here last night. It washed all the rubber off the track. As you see that white concrete get darker, it changes how his car is gripping the racetrack. Matt?
Tony Stewart may have earned the most points for the past 6 races, but the guy who's earned the second most is right behind him. Brian Vickers, he says the car is good. I just needed to turn better in the corners, and we'll be really good.
What, he almost got a nose underneath Tony Stewart there coming off the turn 2.
The 9 car, Casey Kane, has had several laps in the garage area. That's why he's running high, trying to keep out of everyone's way. Just make some laps and don't get hit again.
And he's 97 laps down right now.
I was listening to a radio show this week, and I heard Matt Yoakum predict Brian Vickers in that 25 car will win 2 races before the season's over.
Bill, you were dreaming.
Open up Yoakum.
Bill, you heard correct. The John Boy and Billy radio show syndicated throughout the entire country. Now, I think Brian Vickers, if you look at the tracks that are coming up left in this season, are good tracks for Brian Vickers and the Hendrick organization. You got Phoenix coming up, ran well there, runs well in Charlotte where he won the All-Star Challenge Open. This team is really ready to take it to another level, and maybe that'll begin tonight. Another top 10 finish. They've had a good string.
Okay, Matt, you're on the record.
I won't go with Matt as far as saying 2, but I agree with Matt. I think those guys will be in victory lane before the year's over.
Transform the way you watch NASCAR. TNT and Sony HD TV proudly present tonight's race in high definition. Vickers looking at Tony Stewart. Jeff Burton looking at Vickers. Kurt Busch runs 22nd. Dave, I saw him on pit road a couple of times.
Yeah, he decided that he wanted his car to turn better. He said, guys, let's come in and work on this thing. They stopped the first time, put right side tires on it, made a chassis adjustment. Stopped the second time, put left side tires on it. Took one of those spring rubbers out of the left rear. That'll make the right rear bite better and make the car turn better. Let's hope it works for Kurt.
Matt Kenseth leads. Greg Biffle is second. Jeff Gordon third. Elliott Sadler with those 2 right side tires hanging on to 4th. And Ricky Rudd runs 5th. Approaching the halfway mark in the Sharpie 500 at the Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. Matt Kenseth trying to race into the chase. The caution is out here at Bristol. 210 laps are complete. Some traffic in turns 3 and 4, and Dale Jarrett got part of it.
Rusty Wallace part of it. Carl Edwards part of it.
Left front, got to work that fender out. Make sure.
Very similar than we saw at the top of the show when Casey Kane was getting under Ryan Newman for the Busch race. Same deal. Jarrett gets underneath Rusty. Almost takes Rusty out, but he turns the car down and takes himself out.
And that was Carl Edwards who damaged that left front on the 88 car.
And just prior to that, Rusty had slid up the track, lost his spot, and was getting freight trained and didn't want to give up another spot.
Exactly. He slid up the racetrack, and that's when the frustration kicked in. Here it is again.
There we see exactly like the Casey Kane, Ryan Newman crashing last night. Only this time, last night, Casey Kane spun down to the inside and no one hit him.
Okay, let's ride with Rusty.
Get 7. Still there.
Yeah, he was there.
Clear. Inside.
Mark Martin will have an easy entry, but will have to give himself enough room for his exit. A very tight pit road as he makes his way into a stall. He says just pull the tear off the windshield, then the brakes are hot. Marty?
Jeff Gordon said the tight and the center conditions actually getting a little bit better for the 2014 cars. A little bit too loose off now. Pound in the left rear tire and a wedge adjustment for the 24 bunch. Dave?
Jimmy Johnson gives up 10th position on the track, trying to ensure his chase chances. Right now, they will change 4 tires on this car. He said the car still feels tight, like the back end is up off the ground. They're going to make a chassis adjustment, wrench going in the rear window, plus an air pressure adjustment.
And Matt Kenseth, the leader, is in his stall. The first one in the turn 1 end of pit road. Going to make an adjustment on the track bar to try and help the handling again, but a very small adjustment. And Ryan Newman's going to get out first. I think he might have taken 2 tires. We'll go check.
I think you're probably right.
So we'll find out about Ryan Newman. Bobby Labonte is the lucky dog, gets back on the lead lap at Bristol.